Good morning.
全新系列9月14日星期二，就在动物星球。
Kain po tayo ng lumipan.
在福克兰群岛南边，陡峭悬崖下是深不见底的水道。魔鬼之笔是西点岛这些砂岩悬崖的绰号。这里是食腐动物的觅食场。这些大型鸟专门针对其他幼小或死伤的动物下手。 条纹卡拉鹰是大型的南美洲猛禽，拥有敏锐的辨色能力，比哺乳类还要厉害。卡拉鹰可以从很高的地方锁定红色。遍布美洲的巨大红头美洲鸠。 也栖息在福克兰群岛，它可以快速解决海岸上所有的疑难。西点岛是南方巨获重要的筑巢地，在生育期间，掠食性的巨获也有小孩要养，所以这些食腐动物之间。 经常会产生摩擦。魔鬼之笔无情的悬崖给这些食腐动物很多机会。让人害怕的峭壁布满海藻，只有步履稳健才能在这种地形行走。有一种企鹅已经脱颖而出，适应亚南极岛屿上的悬崖。长冠企鹅的头顶有着黄黑羽毛的长冠，红色眼睛和亮橘色的嘴，一眼就能认出来。长着利爪的粉红色脚掌。 让它们能稳稳站在凹凸不平又光滑的表面上。跟大多数的企鹅不同，住在岛上的这些企鹅学会用跳的，它们可以跳将近2公尺远。 魔鬼之笔长满藤壶的斜坡特别危险，就算对长冠企鹅也一样。所有企鹅里，只有它们是脚朝下直直跳进海里。到了夏天的繁殖季节。 长冠企鹅不会躲在安静的海湾，它们会小心爬上悬崖，直接进驻福克兰群岛上的40度消风带。
妈，我不是被弄干了。
鸟巢只是在地上挖出个碗形。 这个繁殖场非常拥挤，因为住得太近，每天都会爆发好几场地盘之争。长冠企鹅是出了名的爱吵架和搞内讧。 尤其是在鸟巢附近，虽然一般都生2颗蛋，但就和许多其他种企鹅一样，只有最强的那只才能活下来。小企鹅长到约3周大时，会被送进托儿所。 爸妈才能轮流回到海里觅食。喂饱迅速长大的
来
小
了，
留在魔鬼之敌托儿所的大企鹅必须提高警觉。
妈，kapitnya mah kan
这
ten
些悬崖
si.
到处都是在找目标
Oh,
下手的
rekod.
友情。
Sa pa rekod na.
这只满嘴是血的巨货，看得出来今天至少已经打猎成功一次。他大胆发动另一次攻击，企鹅求救的叫声引来一群饥饿的鸟，虎视眈眈想要渔翁得利。这只巨货展开翅膀，不断威胁，再度逼近。但是保护这群小企鹅的妈妈拼命抵抗。凶猛的妈妈对抗巨货的耐心和喂饱小孩的需求，这样的对峙可以持续好几小时。最后，巨货决定放手，去找更容易下手的目标。
Gusto na to.
沿着岛上的悬崖再往南走，有只黑莓信天翁新手妈妈正在喂宝宝。魔鬼之鼻看起来容纳不了这么大规模的繁殖场，但夏天的悬崖顶部，每个地方都能用来筑巢。每年，南大洋信天翁会回到同样的悬崖，找到同一个鸟巢。这些以精准工艺建造的鸟巢可以使用好几年。平滑的高筑鸟窝，建材包括泥巴、鸟粪和草。
Lolo.
家一直在研究这种鸟如何有效利用气流。像水手一样，它们会来回抢风，充分利用风的特性，减少不必要的翅膀摆动。虽然黑莓信天翁也会飞到南极洲，但它们仍会回到自己的巢穴。这些小鸟会在西点岛的悬崖学会滑行和捕食。几年之后，许多其他种动物
Lunggan na.
从海上
Kasi
过
ko
冬
ako'y hulan.
回到福河带以南的避暑家园。
Ay, may na. Kapitnya man ni Chapon idaw. Idaw pa di tayo.
这里是育儿所，也是避风港。这里是所有动物每年聚会的地方，社交，并且学习各种动物特有的传统路径。 这一大片的冰天雪地和岩石显然不适合生存，需要有坚韧的特性才能在这里生活。然而，这里的地形变化多端，这里的美和奇特都让人叹为观止。南极洲仍是最少人探索的地方，但这里曾是南半球世界的中心。
Ilay ama, ayaw siya ma. Bukan, baik siya. Iraw siya tanghon no. Siya tanghon, siya tofu. Siya pityang po siya. Hawaii siya, pimple siya. Tanghon.
我想要大房间呐。
你终究塞不下，为什么一开始不买？双排大衣柜，收纳有空间，竹城甲子园，幸福放得下，单房就要大。03-328-6677。鲨鱼周，今天晚上8点就在 Discovery 频道。
In southwest Rajasthan is a land shaped by lava that bubbled to the surface hundreds of millions of years ago. But that's not what makes it a place like no other. These granite hills surrounding human settlements have been claimed by wild leopards. And their numbers are rising. Yet there's no conflict with people. Here, the endangered big cats coexist with an endangered community. It's an ancient relationship made sacred by faith. Now, rare footage reveals leopard behavior like never before. Jawai, India's leopard hills. On first impression, this looks like an ordinary rural setting. Sleepy villages, crops ripening in the morning sun. But a closer look reveals a different story.
The front
A
story.
large male leopard goes about his business, just like the others. They call him not Vasti. He is here to claim a dead cow. His kill from the night before. It is rare for a leopard to venture so close to human habitation in daylight. The kill weighs weighs over twice his body weight. He will drag you to
Oh.
the nearby hills.
Ê cha đây. Ê cả cha.
Narasi is wary of the human presence, but he is in no rush. He knows that the villagers will not harm him. This is perhaps the only place in the world where leopards and humans cohabit in peace. The Indian subcontinent has some of the most fascinating ecosystems on Earth. Some of these great wildernesses
Rajasthan.
lie in Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
In this land rise the Aravallis, amongst the oldest mountains in the world.
Go Rajasthan.
Winter
Rajasthan.
here is dry. Eerie, leafless gum trees cling to the slopes. The white bark has earned them the name ghost trees.
Naubos ko na yung lunggan.
They grow here in
Okay.
the thousands. But these hills are not as inhospitable
Meron pa rin
as
sa
they look. From here, streams of water carry life to the plains below.
Lunggan.
The lowlands west of the Aravallis become a fertile oasis. At the heart of this land lies Jawai. Here, the Jawai River is dammed, creating a lake.
Lake.
It's a unique biosphere. By the
Laki ng
water,
buhaya.
life thrives. On the plains are human settlements. The hills above are home to leopards. Lots of leopards.
Lot of leopards. Okay.
At the north end is a luxury camp named Jawai, after the area. It offers leopard sightings to enthusiasts from all over the world.
Often get lots of tracks of a male in this area here.
The team at the camp have been tracking leopards and recording their observations.
Jawai is actually unique because it's an area of outstanding and exceptional natural beauty. The area that we have worked in predominantly is an area, give or take, of about 50 square kilometers. So we're working in actually what is a very small area. And the density per square kilometer is very, very high.
The proliferation of big cats has been unexpected.
Before work at Jawai, I was actually based in Africa. So I was in South Africa, where I was guiding and working with lions, leopards, cheetahs, and various other big cats. What we see here on a near daily basis is phenomenal. In the last year and a half, I've seen photographed 29 individual leopards. But I can tell you that we're looking at one of the densest populations of leopards in the entire world right here on our doorstep.
The team is on a mission.
Adam, come in, Adam. Yeah, come directly towards our vehicles.
Mobile units head out to collect data on Jawai's big cats. Negotiating the granite hills is tough. Some are terrifyingly steep. The team has been observing several leopard families over the last year and a half. Among these is a female nicknamed Nina. The team has watched Nina and her cubs over the last months. But viewing the leopards needs patience. Most often they appear only at dawn or dusk. During daylight hours, they hide in caves and clefts high on the hillsides. There's a flash of movement. She is making an appearance after many days. Nina is a full-grown leopard weighing about 30 to 40 kilos. Leopards are lightweight and agile. They can leap about 10 feet straight up and jump 20 feet long with ease. Nina catwalks up a rock and obliges those waiting. She is used to seeing humans from her vantage point. With them so far away, she is unafraid. Here, she is queen of the hill. The gray langurs look on. They are at a safe distance, but they will stay alert. Leopards hunt these black-faced monkeys. But Nina hasn't planned to hunt just yet. She's a working mom. She scheduled quality time with the kids. Like all baby leopards, Nina's first cub loves playtime. Leopards usually produce litters of 2 to 3 cubs. Nina will be fiercely protective. Any males other than their father will kill these cubs on sight. It will give the new male a chance of mating with Nina and creating his own genetic line. Baby number 2 is too young to care about such dangers. It just wants to have some fun. Leopard cubs are weaned off their mother's milk when about 3 months old, but can stay with their mothers for up to 2 years. But here in July, with so many cats competing for space, maturity and independence come early. Here, cubs leave their mothers sooner and mate much earlier than wild leopards elsewhere. Some even die earlier. Adult males fight fatal battles with each other while competing for the limited space in these hills. These hills are surrounded by human habitation. There is very little forest cover to support large natural leopard prey like deer, nilgai, and wild boar. On an average, leopards need about 4 kilos of meat a day. A big kill can last them several days. But leopards are opportunistic hunters. In July, they don't depend only on prey that's hard to catch, like langurs and smaller wild animals. Here, the leopards also hunt prey that is not wild.
Divinity by its association with their temples and their shrines, the leopard being the guardian of the temples.
As evening falls, the leopards start to descend. The sound of livestock is like the ringing of a dinner bell. Leopards can run at almost 60 kilometers an hour, but Nina will first use stealth.
传说是真的。
Bigfoot could also not just be an animal, but an alien itself.
怪物特搜全新系列9月14日星期2就在动物星球频道上播。
你看月亮这么美。
年轻的时候知道欣赏满月，现在发现阴晴。
行动关键会随着时间递减，需要持续加值。
嘛
UC2 给我
sa
3倍行动力，
sapit
舒适、
chapon.
灵活、稳健。我提早保养，让我持续灵活。一姐 UC2 加强型迷你定3倍行动关键，姜黄罗望精粹加强代谢，运动防护配方新上市。
野性8点，非洲动物面对面。9月6日星期1起，就
Ay,
在动
hello
物星球频
po.
道。
Good morning. Mag-allow some others Holy Bird Public TV. Thank you for coming. Ma, kilay. Gusto mo ito. Longgan mukbang.
野性拉丁美洲，每星期1晚上7点，就在动物星球频道。法兰克即将开启他最狂野的冒险，在野地中寻找像龙一样的动物。最大胆的梦想，噩梦般的体验。
Sabi ko na huwag ko umalis. Alis-alis.
法兰克有没有传说？今天晚上8点，就在动物星球频道。
Another day dawns in southwest Rajasthan. The morning sun lights up the Jawai Lake. A squadron of pelicans ripples across the sky. Mornings are cold in early spring. Leopards are mostly nocturnal, but early mornings are great to get some sun. For the team at the July camp, this is the perfect time for a viewing. Leopards have superb eyesight, even in the dark. Their
No,
hearing
no,
is
no,
5
no,
times better
yeah.
than humans.
Kalimutan ko. Pharmacist printer.
About 20 square kilometers of the region has been notified as a leopard conservation reserve. However, many leopards like this one live outside the reserve,
Moderator yun. Hindi ko
and
alam
they
kung saan
thrive.
pupunta.
We still don't know enough. These are very, very early days. They're actually documenting things. We're taking down notes. Any sighting of leopards is recorded meticulously. Photographs are taken. They're put into a database. So we are collecting what you would call raw data. We have documented over 28 leopards in just 50 square kilometers, which possibly must be one of the highest densities of leopard in the world.
But what is a leopard? The leopard, or
No,
the
no,
panther,
ubos
as
ka
it
na.
is sometimes called, is among the
Kunti na
world's
lang.
better-known big cats. The tiger is the heaviest and
Promise
largest.
din kasi.
From nose to tail, some big males can measure as much as 13
Rambutan na
feet.
walang bungot.
The lion comes in as a close second in terms of weight and length, but can stand taller than the tiger. The jaguar resembles a leopard, but is larger and has a
Kasi
heavy
kakain na kami
domed
ng
head.
lunch.
It does not have
Yung una ko na
spots.
kinakain.
The markings are in fact rose-shaped and called rosettes. The cheetah is
Ah.
the fastest land mammal.
Wala ka,
It
kini
is
siya.
the only cat here that has spots. In India, the leopard is often mistakenly called a cheetah.
Yung tubulok.
The two are in fact entirely different cats. The leopard also has rosettes, but different to a jaguar's. Leopards are found in Africa and parts of Asia, including China and India. An official census estimates India's leopard population to be close to 14,000. Some scientists believe actual numbers are probably higher. But with shrinking habitat, leopard-human conflict is rising.
Wala akong ginagawa.
In several parts of the country, the big cats have been treated as vermin and killed. July is arguably the only known place with no recent reports of leopards attacking humans or humans killing leopards. Here, they depend on low granite hills that serve as home. These hills are prehistoric. They were formed close to 900 million years ago. Super hot molten magma rose upwards through the cracks in the Earth's crust. The magma then cooled, solidifying into sheets or layers of granite. Erosion of the Earth exposed the rock underneath. Over time, the upper layers broke away. What is seen today are those massive fragments of granite that are slipping off the layer below it.
Wala, may ganun.
They have been sculpted by millions of years of weathering. In between the fragments are countless clefts and caves. The perfect home for leopards.
Basura. Ala, Mama, tatangho no. Basura na naman.
Many have ancient temples built into the rock.
Tapon ng basura.
Leopards share these sacred spots.
The leopards inhabit these hills. These hills are home to shrines and temples, and by association with those temples, they assume a symbolism of divinity, and that has kept them alive for such a long time, whereas in other parts of India and in the world, they've been threatened and pressured out.
The rocky hills have become leopard havens. Most are close together, allowing the big cats to relocate from one hill to another. At the northern end, however, one granite outcrop stands isolated. This isolation has created an incredibly dense colony of leopards. Despite the temple and all the commotion, the hill is teeming with big cats. It is contrary to all known leopard behavior.
Leopards are meant to be solitary. However, at Terra, that's not always the case. So what you're seeing there is that all the leopards within that area have to retreat onto a single hill. So that is the area in which we are starting to see these multi-generational families of leopards. Now, is it possible that leopards in that area are starting to behave almost as a lion pride? I do believe that's possible. And there I have in a single morning seen a personal record is 11 different leopards on a hill that is roughly 500 meters by 500 meters. And if you go to the temple and you speak to the priest, he will tell you that that is nothing. In his lifetime, he's seen over 20 leopards. That's extraordinary. I mean, that's unheard of.
The people of the region share a unique relationship with these leopards. As the priest walks down the hill every evening, he invariably passes big cats. He's been doing this for years, unharmed. The Jawai leopards are known to give man his space. Humans have returned the favor.
Humans are not seen as prey. A mother leopard does not teach her cubs to stalk and kill humans. Last recorded human kill is dating back 164 years to be precise.
Villagers often get a sighting when night falls from the temple complex. Rare amateur footage reveals leopard behavior as never seen before. There are at least 8 leopards in this public space. Uncharacteristic, the group of leopards assemble on the temple stairs, much like a pride of lions.
Yes, tanghun. Ama, nah, kilay cak tanghun na. Kilay.
The little leopard joins the
Cak
party,
tanghun.
making it a total of an incredible 6 leopards together. This is arguably one of the only filmed sequences of so many wild leopards in one place at one time. These images challenge the common notion that leopards are solitary animals.
用尺度看见美的深度，用空间倾心打造你的专属头等舱。空间王者制霸同级 ，The New Volvo S90 全新上市。S90 全新改款，40万现金优惠，再享20万智能配备升级。
我之前报一个PPLS 大家食，迄大家食了拢敲电话来学路兼说多食，咱讲真正哦，迄一我生目睭看白，慢慢拄着咧，遮好的物件，我食过啊，我哦，都有感觉咧。
因为这个 PPLS 也好啊，那真是哇改善很多啊。
对。 这个 PPLS 吼，全世界敢若咱台湾才有尔，迄外口来讲有啊，迄拢总假啦。
对，才叫 PPLS， 安尼会员补贴着真质奖的肯定，互你变成超市之王。
Kilay. Cak tanghun. Yan, mag-lunch tayo. Tanghun. Cak tanghun. Tapos mayroong binili si boss na tofu. Isa pa rin yun. Pag magkain tayo, marihan sa kain na guys. Ito naman yung kay Ama. Ayun, nalagdag. Kay Ama yun. Kilay na kilay. Kilay dyan, kilay. Ama! Kapisan ko. Ito ko pala ito, no? Basta bossy. Kilay! Bisay! Bisay! Sapat ako!
Biggest challenge we faced. We got the news. 2020 has been a hurricane for all of us. It's really nice to end this year with hope on the horizon.
鳄鱼拍档这一家，每星期一晚上9点就在动物星球频道。数百年来，
Hundreds of years, they've now recently been found.
现在几场亲身遭遇，证实了我们最恐惧的事。
I didn't believe in Bigfoot until I had my own personal experience.
令人信服的证据显示，传说是真的。
The Loch Ness Monster is carnivorous. Bigfoot could also not just be an animal, but an alien itself.
怪物特搜全新系列，9月14日星期2就在动物星球频道上播。
Spring is short in southwest Rajasthan. By early March, the temperature begins to rise. The flame of the forest is in blossom. Flowers contain birds and bees. The glistening purple sunbird works his way through the blossoms. These flowers won't last long. The bird has to work fast. As his name suggests, the green bee eater has a different diet. He beats a bee to death, and breakfast is served. But there's no shortage of bees in July. These hills are full of rock bees, the most ferocious stingers in the world. When threatened, they protect their hives fiercely. But for now, they spend their time making honey. But not everyone is bees today. A young bee is trying to take a mid-morning nap. Close by, a mongoose they have good reason to be excited. Today is their lucky day. A few times a week, the priest at one of the July temples gives them a treat. They should feast them. There's plenty to go around. Still, it's not just the animals that are stirred by the monkeys. The southern belt leopard has decided to invest with the gate crasher. The owl keeps vigil. With the leopard nearby, he's taking no
instant like.
High above, streak-throated swallows swirl across the sky.
好吃哎，
Architects
不
July
知道。
their nest required complex design and
对呀，
construction.
早上来呀。
The swallows choose inaccessible cliffs.
好吃。
The building material is soft, wet mud. It is collected from the lake shore and stuck onto the rocks. The masonries
还
from
不带哦，等还没按。
the muddy mix of sand, silt, and clay hardens when it dries.
现在不是
The
你们的
rock face has been
Huh?
transformed into an ancient
Stop.
condominium.
对，唔知啦，唔知點解啦？咩嚟做咩呀？唔知點解。
And coveted. Other birds eye the fancy new accommodation jealously. Squatters soon move in. Birds like the Brandony starling and the house sparrow will steal nests and live as community members. For all creatures, the Jawai Lake is a lifeline. It is a bustling ecosphere.
唔知，啊不
At
是，
the
嗯，
top
不
of
是
the，food chain is the marsh crocodile, or mugger.
还有红萝卜，还有木耳，
These
还有
reptiles
春
can
菇，
grow
还
to
有
almost
豆干，
15 feet and weigh
还有
over 400 kilos.
你要早上来，
They will stay.
早上啊，
This isn't a creature you mess with.
早上来一起来，
人都是，
你讲你，
不是，
Jawai
嗯
muggers
啊，不
kill
是，
humans in the past,
不是，
but conflict with man is rare. For muggers, there are rich pickings underwater.
嗯，
For many species, life continues above water.
哇，有蛮多，
Flamingos are plentiful.
哇，
Greater flamingos stir up the lake bottom with their feet. Their moonwalking releases a rich cocktail of algae, crustaceans, and mollusks. Disagreements are common, mostly about food. The lake is a feeding ground for all sorts of migratory birds. As it gets hotter, these birds will leave July and fly as far north as Siberia. Feeding time sees whistling ducks go bottoms up. They duck their heads underwater and snatch tidbits of plant matter and other marine life. Northern pin-tailed ducks reveal perfectly pointed tail feathers that earn them their name. With nightfall, the birds come home to roost. Now, predators are on the prowl.
Hmm.
野性发布非洲动物面对面，9月6日星期一起就在动物星球频道。
我的天，非常重，让专业来说话。做医生20-30年了，我都用维骨力治疗关节炎，有效，还一直用，不止有效，而且是3效。好，那回来维骨力。
享受灵活行动及强健行走的喜悦。顺顺行和步步长，这是大家所熟悉的3得力固力声。
爬楼梯让我很开心跟起脚
想要灵魂
这里也有
大步迈向自信的明天吗？
三多利，不
为
是
了找到
口沙里，
者的灵魂稳健，
我知道很多的这种，
机构省去各
哦，
小时，
对，不是口沙里，三多利，
乌鲁布沙米山多利，
黄
9月华
多多
体验身体惊喜健康体验包，帮您轻松维持健康。
这三里，
加入更享有10%增量和健康随身盒，3能力过滤身，现在
共创多利，
日本日的，
红山多利。
最精彩的野生动物世界就在动物星球频道。数百年来，它们激起人们的想象力。
These are creatures that have eluded us for hundreds of years. Now we see
现在，
不对嘞，
亲身遭遇，
就是我在讲，我在讲，
令人信服的证据显示，
那人吗？那人虽然也钝，人这些
全新系列9月14日星期二，
这个大家，
鲨鱼者 Set your phasers to jump。这是历来最盛大的鲨鱼周，有最火辣的明星。
咋这样？
Do this, they're man eater。最酷炫的科学，他们历来最壮观的画面。鲨鱼周今天晚上8点就在 Discovery。法兰克即将开启他最狂野的梦想，在野地中寻找像人一样的动物。最大的梦想。
哎呀，你这有经验。
噩梦般的体验。法兰克有人的传说，今天晚上8点就在动物星球频道。
Mobile units scout the Jawai region in search of leopards. The big cats leave no tracks on the granite rocks.
慢慢，
But in the plains, they leave
好，
sign
该
of
手
their
机
bones
做
on
了。
soft soil. This morning, the Jawai team have a lead. Locals have spotted a leopard close to their village. Fresh tracks are found in a field outside the reserve.
你要找刀夫吗？
It is the same area
刀夫，
female
好不？
leopard Nina
刀夫啊，
claimed as her territory.
哎，今天好了，好不？
By the looks of it,
好，
要
要不要天天
straight
the pug marks are unfamiliar. There's a new cat in town. The trail leads the trackers off the path. They find a drag mark, evidence of where a leopard has dragged its kill. Alarm calls.
再给我一斤，好不好？哎呀，哎呀，哎呀，再那斤啊，这斤就好了。那个红豆啊，红豆啊有吃。
Just from that.
嗯。 好了，哎，讲话我爱听哦，你要那个听一听。
Looking down fresh immigrant. A female with 3 cubs. Nina has competition. For the trackers, it's a moment triumph.
Oh,
But the terrain of July seldom allows observers to get up close.
Another one of the challenges is the fact that you can't necessarily easily track down these cats. The way we view them here has got a lot more to do with working out their habits. These are creatures of habit. They use specific caves. They move at specific times. Now, it's taken a long time for us as a team at July to work out where to look and when to look.
While a human population sleeps, leopards walk the streets. In order to get closer to the leopards, the team must change tactics. The big cat expert places a motion sensing camera in the corner of the camp's boundary. This non-invasive camera has a motion sensor. Any movement triggers the device. It is designed to record images of the hidden world of elusive animals without a sound or any visible light. This technology has changed opinions on animal behavior in the wild.
What tends to happen at July is you've got a system whereby you've got 2 worlds. You've got the human world, which is the flat agricultural fields, and you've got the leopard world, which are these hills. Now, around the area, there's about 28 of these granite hills, and the leopards, they hunt throughout the night in the flatlands. As the sun starts to rise, they need to get back onto one of those hills. So they look for caves, and then they retreat into those caves. When a leopard's moving on granite, it's not leaving any tracks. In Africa, it's very easy to work with tug marks or tracks, because as the animal moves, it's leaving kind of evidence of where it was. Here, obviously, when a leopard's moving on granite, it's almost like a ghost. So, indeed, one of the challenges is trying to find a ghost.
With several cameras placed in farmers' fields or on the village roads, the stage is set. Just 2 days later, the new female leopard is spotted carrying a kill back to her den. The will to predator trigger the camera. Back at the camp, the mood is expected.
要吗？不要吃。那爸，对，嗯。
The visuals from the cameras are confirmation of what the team had believed all along.
对，转过，对，当好过，哦，你应该来。
Crisscross the area.
你先过来呀，买在冰箱很多。
A porcupine,
This
this curious creature, also forms part of the leopard diet. That's if the cat can get past its sharp quills. The images are rare and insightful. They have transported the viewers deep into the secret world of the leopards of July.
一个接一个的漂亮皮夹都在 IKEA。
镜子的洗澡
一样。
蒜头不是水果，弄香菜，弄花生，弄羊肉。
其实我也有些情况下会说，我不喜欢很黑的黑子，浴室的排水孔的话，你要捡起来会打，不希望人带走。我会这么诚实，所以我才不在乎。
一个接一个的漂亮皮夹都在 IKEA。
数百年来，它们激起人们的想象力。
These are creatures that have eluded us for hundreds of years and have now recently been found.
现在，几场亲身遭遇证实了我们最恐惧的事。
I didn't believe in Bigfoot until I had my own personal experience.
令人信服的证据显示，传说是真的。
The Loch Ness monsters are universe. Bigfoot could also not just be an animal, but an alien itself.
怪物特搜全新系列9月14日星期二就在动物星球频道上。法兰克即将开启他最狂野的冒险，在野地中寻找像龙一样的动物。
My goal is to find amazing animals that have a body part like a dragon.
最大胆的梦想。
Wow, this is a dragon, guys.
恶梦般的体验。 法兰克龙的传说，今天晚上8点就在动物星球频道。
有没有找到？肉，这个你在那边，你要一把都要一共，我还小听过哦。来给你讲，你要一共哦，要把都要一共，来给你讲。我看一下，我要我先。
野性拉丁美洲，每星期一晚上7点就在动物星球频道。
8点半。
鲨鱼洲，
Set your phasers to jump.
这是历来最盛大的鲨鱼洲，有最火辣的明星。
Do this? They're man-eater.
最酷炫的科学，和历来最壮观的画面。鲨鱼洲，今天晚上8点就在 Discovery 频道。野性8点，非洲动物面对面。9月6日星期一起，就在动物星球频道。
High on a ridge of the Aravalli Mountains in southwest Rajasthan is the citadel of Kumbhalgarh. Its outer wall is the second longest in the world. In medieval times, it was the greatest fortress of the Rajput kingdom of mighty Mewar. It overlooks a region where people and big cats cohabit without conflict. But today it isn't a big cat that's playing the leading role in Chuai. The leopard's little cousin, a jungle cat, feeds on an abandoned leopard kill. The carcass
Bye na guys, thanks for coming.
The shy and mostly nocturnal jungle cat eats quickly and moves on.
And
The carcass